Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session for a client that was older, in their 70s, and was looking to reconnect with a version of themselves before an illness. They were a person that for the vast majority of their life were full of energy, full of enthusiasm. They still had a lot of those qualities of enthusiasm and optimism, but the physical side of things weren't quite what they were in the past. So this hypnosis session takes principles of epigenetics, physiology, and lots of kind of cellular metaphors. The client themselves had this wonderful poem that they had created when they were 17 years old that used a metaphor of powerful resources and feelings stored in mason jars in a basement. So I harnessed that pre-existing metaphor to reawaken resources. There's different elements to this. There is a metaphor that uses a puzzle of wisdom and insight accumulated over life. There is almost a magical portal that can reconnect with memories of energy and vibrancy of the past. And then there's this basement of the imagination with these mason jars that can create wonderful emotions and feelings. If you like almost a bit of a journey, a guided meditation through different chapters almost, I think you'll benefit from this one. But it's really based on this idea of reawakening cells, awakening vibrancy and vitality and energy. And although it was created for someone that were older, I think anyone would benefit from reactivating them at their most vital and vibrant. So find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in a slow, calm, resourceful breath. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of stress, worry, or tension to feel like it's leaving your body as you breathe out. Notice that with your eyes closed, you can focus more on my words. And as you slow your breathing down, you can breathe more of that resourceful, relaxing feeling. And as you exhale, aim to exhale much longer and further than you normally do. And in doing so, as you completely empty your lungs, the next inward breath activates your diaphragm, enabling you simply by breathing in and breathing out to activate your lymphatic system, to give your body more of that oxygen that it needs, but also to breathe in more of that resourceful relaxation. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine the brightest light. And imagine as you breathe in, you're breathing in that bright light. So bright you would need sunglasses to even imagine the brightness. Breathing in that intense brightness, representing not just resourceful relaxation, but a healing white light. And this healing white light has the ability to reawaken cells. Breathing in that white light, feeling it going into your lungs, imagining that healing white light being taken into the heart and distributed to every cell in your body, just like oxygen. But imagine this oxygen is now amplified, enhanced. Imagine the oxygen cells with a halo effect. This light shining around each cell. And as the cells experience the oxygen, they also experience this magical, miracle, healing light. I want you to imagine there are certain cells that are dormant, certain genetic codes that can be reawakened. Allow the power of epigenetics to awaken cells, but also the potentiality of those cells. Almost imagine this healing white light is acting almost like stem cells. Breathe in and breathe out as you feel like you're going deeper and deeper relaxed. As you use the power of your imagination to imagine a mountain. But imagine that you're at the foot of the mountain, perhaps with incredible trees, nature, fresh air. Maybe you're walking alongside happy, enthusiastic dogs. And I want you to feel the joy in your soul that you get from being surrounded by nature, breathing in fresh, clean air. And perhaps you could imagine slowly hiking up that mountain, breathing in and breathing out. I want you to imagine, bizarrely, there on the side of the mountain is a table with 1,000 puzzle pieces. Every single one of those puzzle pieces are there, but they're not organized yet. And I want you to allow that logical, analytical part of your brain to sit down on that table and get to work, to take those pieces and to create a final image. And all of those pieces could represent everything important you've learned from your life. Allow the power of the Pareto principle to distill through your entire life the 1,000 most significant insights, each one representing a piece. And the logical, analytical part of your mind is going to use the power of pattern recognition to link them all together. As you allow the logical, analytical part to do that, continue walking up the mountain, and as you look back, see the logical, analytical part of you taking the 1,000 most important insights of your life and solving it like a picture puzzle. Breathing in and breathing out, continue walking up the mountain and further up the mountain, perhaps just above the cloud line. Imagine a circle of stones that almost looks like a doorway. This doorway is actually a portal into your past. Each time you walk through the portal, all you need to do is remember a specific memory of the past, and you will enter the version of you back then as you were. And I want you to think of a time when you felt most energetic, most enthusiastic, full of energy and vitality, your cells operating on a different frequency. And as you can recall that memory, walk through the portal and find yourself back in your body. Feel how you felt back then. Breathe the same way. And imagine all of that cellular energy you had back then feels like you have it in this moment. That your heart is capable, your muscles are capable, the neurons in your brain learn quickly, all of the motor skills reactivated, those twitch fibers operating at their highest level. As you breathe in and breathe out, just reconnect with that memory as if you're living it. And this is a code almost through time and space to communicate to the cells as they are now, almost like homing pigeons that have lost their way home. The more viscerally you experience that memory, the more you are sending data through time and space to your current cells so they know what it's like, in the same way that an amputee can experience an itch on a limb that doesn't exist. Your cells can experience an echo of a memory designed to program them to remember how to do these things again. Feel how good it feels to be in this moment, knowing that you can come back through the portal to a different moment whenever you choose. But now walk back through the portal, taking that same feeling with you and noticing that as you continue to climb the mountain, you're doing it easier than you did before. As you climb higher up the mountain, I want you to imagine you see a door, a wooden door, actually there in the rock face. You start to think there couldn't possibly be a cave there, this high up the mountain. But I want you to imagine that this doorway in the side of a mountain will take you to a basement in your imagination. Breathing in and breathing out, standing in front of that doorway, feeling energized, full of vitality, feeling that the healing white light is still reactivating cells. I will count down from 5 to 1, and you will open the door, walk through the door, and find yourself in a magical basement in your imagination, filled with glowing mason jars. Breathing in, breathing out. 5, putting your hand on the handle. 4, turning the handle. 3, opening the door, seeing that there is indeed a doorway through the side of the mountain, walking through that doorway. 2, and then 1, closing the door behind you, as you now find yourself in a magical basement with shelves, with perhaps millions of mason jars, each one glowing with a different energy and color, and each mason jar contains a specific emotion or resource. It's too easy to say optimism, enthusiasm, confidence. Imagine that there are 1,000 mason jars with every different version of optimism you've ever experienced. Perhaps hundreds of mason jars with all the different types of confidence that you've experienced. Inspiration, determination, resilience. All these wonderful emotions are in these mason jars. And you can enter the basement of your imagination whenever you choose, and allow the power of your mind to imagine that a particular cocktail of these mason jars can reverse the black holes in your mind, the black holes that have been stealing light, can do it in reverse and give light back. And you get to experiment with wonderful memories and emotions in these mason jars. Try it. Think of whatever your body, soul, and mind needs right now, and see how the lids of the mason jars start to open, and the energy and the light floats from the mason jars, drawing themselves to you, and you can imagine breathing them in through your nose, filling your soul with this energy, and imagine what it would be like for the black holes that have been taking energy to now do it in reverse and give you energy. Feel a wonderful feeling that 70 trillion cells in your body are reawakening, that there is the incredible power within you. And there, in that basement, imagine looking at those glowing mason jars as I start to give a series of suggestions that will enable you to imagine the relevant mason jar that just opens and provides you with the equivalent energy and resource that you need. As you feel the vibrant energy of your past self rekindling within you, lighting up every cell in your body. Embrace the enthusiastic, golden retriever spirit of your younger self, feeling joyous and full of life. Reconnect with the deep spiritual essence you once felt, allowing it to guide and comfort you in the present. And use the power of your imagination to visualize at a cellular level those 70 trillion cells in your body being revitalized each one glowing with health and energy. You recognize yourself as a walking miracle, filled with the wonder and joy. So reconnect with that wonderful feeling of wonder and joy. You now have a bridge through time and space connecting to the energy and vitality of your younger self. So use it whenever you need more energy. Think of that time, walk through the portal and reconnect with that version of you, feeling good in the moment, but also programming your cells as to what to do. You can feel a natural wave of happiness flowing through you as the appropriate mason jar sends that energy your way. And every time you connect with nature or remember a moment in nature, it will reawaken the wonder and the connection with nature within you. Your heart overflows with generosity, giving you permission to share the abundant joy you feel with others. And every time you see a joyful animal, it will resonate that joy within you. In the same way that a frequency vibrates those materials with a similar frequency, seeing joy in other people or animals will resonate that joy within you. Each and every memory from your past that contains positive, rejuvenating energy is a portal to the feeling in the present. As you reconnect with the spiritual wisdom, know that all of those unlocked doors remain unlocked, and any locked doors become unlocked, giving you access to the wisdom, intelligence, knowledge of the past whenever you need it. As you continue to breathe in that bright shining light, it rekindles your inner light, which is now shining as brightly as it did in your youth, illuminating your path forward. As you think of your physical body, visualize your body radiating vibrant health. Generosity enables you to manufacture gratitude, because every time you're generous, it's a hypnotic suggestion to yourself that you have more than you need. Abundance flows, creating even deeper gratitude. Throughout your life, you've overcome hardships and adversity, so you can tap into the resourceful resilience of your past as the mason jars of resilience open and flow towards you. Every happy memory of your past is a signal for a relevant mason jar to open, send you joy and happiness before closing. As every mason jar is self-replenishing, it has infinite energy and resources, because you are now celebrating and grateful for the miracle of your existence, feeling as alive and vibrant as ever, with boundless energy from your past self infusing with your present, filling you with vitality and enthusiasm. You feel that your batteries are fully charged, and you leave this basement knowing you can return whenever you choose. So as you leave the basement, you open the door and find yourself back on the side of a mountain. You close the door and walk down the mountain. And it's not long before you see the logical, analytical part of you completing a puzzle that the 1,000 most insightful distinctions from your life are all being pieced together. And when you see that final picture, perhaps it's a clue, a sign as to something you need to do or be grateful for. And if the image is the image you want it to be, just imagine laminating those 1,000 insights together to crystallize a single image. Hold on to that image, embrace that image. As you step into the logical, analytical version of you, both parts as one, you now walk all the way back down to the foot of the mountain with a spring in your step and the boundless energy of your youth existing in the present. It's time to return to the present, but you return to the present taking all of that knowledge, insight, healing energy, and boundless energy, full of optimism and gratitude, fully in the present, accepting that this journey has been a journey of thoughts within thoughts, ideas within ideas, dreams within dreams. And as you reconnect with the present, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connect fully with the present moment as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.